All right. Well, hello, everyone. I am super excited to jump on this quick live to talk to you about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your interest in literally starting, launching, and expanding an MC business, moderator business, event hosting, however you want to label it, you are absolutely positively in the right place. I see a few people who are jumping on. If you see me looking to my left and looking to straight ahead, it is because I'm live on multiple platforms. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with me and you don't know me, first and foremost, thank you for jumping on this ladies live that you don't know. And for those of you who I call we are familiar friends or fast friends, my name is Quinn Conyers and I transform average events into epic experiences as a professional event MC and host. My job, my duty, part of my responsibility is to activate attendees from start to finish so they are fully interested in your event, your conference, your meeting from start to finish. That is who I am and how I show up in the world. And when I'm not doing that, I consider myself an MC educator as well as an MC expert. What that means is I teach people who are interested in turning their hosting hobby into a lucrative business. So that's why we're here. That is the purpose of our conversation. If you are already connected to me, just type connected in the comments. If this is the very first time that you are connecting with me, maybe you came across a social media platform, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you're like, she looks interesting. Let me jump on. Just type new in the comments. I just want to see exactly how and if we are already connected. So I'm going to jump right in. Here is what I know for sure. Hey, Sherry, if you are watching this right now live, or if you are catching the replay, you are interested in emceeing. You are either already hosting events, moderating events, facilitating meetings and conferences. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's something that you already know, but I just want to reinforce. Your talent is probably not the challenge for you. If I give Sherry a mic or Butterfly Hugs a mic or anyone who was watching this, you could probably host an event in your sleep. You're good at introductions. You know how to keep the event on time. You are awesome and amazing at connecting with the meeting planner who hired you. I mean, you know how to keep the energy up. That is not your issue. That is not your challenge. Your challenge is friends, family, or even there might have been a deep feeling in yourself is like, how do I get paid to do this? Can I get paid to do this? Right? Like, is this a thing? Is this a business? So, to answer your question, yes, it absolutely positively is a business. And yes, you can get paid as well. And what I have found with some of the aspiring, emerging, and what I call expanding MCs, and an expanding MC is someone who is either hosted some events, but they've gotten a love offering. Let's be clear, it was not a fee. It was a thank you so much for this, and we appreciate you. And here is something to eat and a love offering for your troubles, right? But not a full rate. And you're realizing that there is something more to this. This is something more than just being, a good talent. There is something more to just being great with a microphone. There's something more to this than getting up and introducing speakers and sponsors. You're realizing either through connecting with me or maybe you've been to a couple of conferences and you've seen a horrible MC, or you've seen someone who did really, really well. And then when you inquired about them, you did your little Google research, you found out that they MC and they host events in real life, like it's their profession. And that has piqued your curiosity. So I am curious. The boldness coach, hey girl, hey, from the San Francisco Bay Area, glad that you are here. Is that you? Like, tell me, like, is that your situation? Like, are you the type of person, and you can type this in the comments, where you didn't even know this could be a profession. You're interested in potentially expanding your career as a business. I mean, your MC hosting skills as a business, but you didn't even know this was a thing, right? I'm just curious to know. So that is the challenge that I feel most people have. When I meet people, it is not the talent. It is not, they're not afraid of public speaking. It's like, how do I make money doing this? My friends, my family, my coworkers, me, I know for a fact that I am super interested in making this a business, and I'm not really sure, number one, is there other people who do this as a business? And number two, how do I get started? If that is you, type me in the comments, whether you're catching me live or you're watching the replay. If you're like, listen, I already know I'm good on a microphone. I already know that I can rock a stage. I already know that how I show up is amazing, but I am not getting the fee that I want or the fee that I desire. If that is you, type me in the comments if that is you as an MC, right? So that's the problem that most people have. And I am very aware of that. And just to give you a little bit of background, I've always known that I wanted to be a speaker, right? I have wanted to be a speaker since the ninth grade, right? And it wasn't until I got to college and figured out somebody asked me the infamous question, well, how much do you charge to speak? That I knew that it could actually be a business. Because other than that, I didn't even know this could be a career. And to be honest with you, I have over 25 years. Yeah, don't judge my baby face. I have over 25 years in the events industry. I'm talking about I've had every single role, probably except for I've never been a DJ. I've never been an AV person, and I've never been like a photographer or videographer. However, I have showed up events as a keynote speaker. I've showed up as a vendor, an exhibitor, a sponsor, and of course, as an MC. And what I realized by being around events for over 25 years and also having various roles at events is the MC role, the event hosting role is probably one of the most underestimated and underappreciated roles in events, right? Usually the last person that's hired is the MC, but it's the first face that people see when they're attending a conference, a meeting, or an event. Furthermore, a little bit of my frustration within this industry has been a lot of times organizations don't see the value in it, right? So they have what I call boring board member Bob. This is the board member who's like, give me the microphone, I introduce the speakers, not realizing that butchering a speaker's name or having the event go off time really affects the attendee experience. Or they'll have like the CEO, you know, MC the event, not understanding that his skill set or her skill set, their credibility, their talent, and their leadership can be leveraged in a different way. And by being around events for all these years, I realized that there was a huge need, especially within associations and corporations who wanted the members and attendees to rave, to refer others to attend. And also they wanted these people to renew their membership year after year. And I saw the ball being dropped. I saw that there were spaces and gaps where there was no attendee appreciation, no activation. The event planner was so full of making sure that logistics were covered and making sure that the seat was full, but they didn't put a lot of attention and effort into the attendee experience. And if you're having an event, especially if it's annual or you have multiple events throughout the year, you want someone in front of that room who's going to nurture your attendees, who's going to love up on your audience, who's going to ensure that your speakers, your sponsors, as well as the attendees are seen, heard, valued, and appreciated. And that's where the mark is missed. And a great MC is the person that can be the glue that holds the event together. So not only am I on a mission to challenge traditional conference culture and making sure that planners and organizers realize the importance of hiring a professional event MC, I really want to train, develop, coach, and mentor the next generation of MCs. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you know this or not, there are 64,000 meetings and events that happen every single day. And I'm not talking about just in the United States. I'm talking about there are meetings, events happening in Australia, in Africa, in Switzerland, in Germany, in Korea. And all of these events could use the MC expertise that you have. The problem is making sure that the industry, the events industry, knows why they need a professional MC and making sure that people like you are positioned properly. So when they start Googling or they start asking for referrals, they know that there's professional event MCs in the field. So that's what I'm on a mission to do. So one of the first things I always tell people, and again, if you want to know more about this, I am hosting a 3-day paid MC challenge on August 12th through the 14th. If you're interested in that, go to quinconyers.com. As soon as you hit my website, there's going to be a pop-up banner and you can sign up for that. And why I'm doing that is because I'm going a little bit deeper. If you already been following me, a couple of months ago, I launched my PAID Emcee playbook, and I broke it down on what you need to do to start or launch your profitable MC business or career. And what I'm doing during the challenge is I'm going deeper into that. So what I'll be talking about and what we'll be doing is, number one, how do you properly position and pitch and promote your MC services? And a lot of times we're not getting compensated professionally is because we don't know how to run a business. So if someone is interested in hiring us an MC, we don't have any systems, we don't have any processes, we don't even pass the digital background check. Meaning, if somebody Googles your name or goes to your LinkedIn or goes to your Facebook page, they should see evidence of you being an MC. And we're discrediting ourselves right off the bat by not getting the fee we deserve and desire because we don't look like an MC. So I'm talking about that. The second thing I'll be talking about is really how can you um find the right opportunities that actually people invest in an MC, right? So what I have found is a lot of times we're getting frustrated because we are trying to pitch ourselves or we're being approached or we honestly keep doing events for free or low fees in industries that don't value and appreciate the MC work. So again, I love my churches. I really do. But churches are amazing, but they're not big investors in the MC role. They consider that you'll give back. They consider that thank you so much and here's your love offering. So if you've been doing events for churches, that's amazing. That's part of your giving back, you're tithing your time. But typically what I have found, churches do not pay MC fees. So in the challenge, that's what I'll be going over too. What are the industries that invest in professional MCs? Because you want to know that, because some of you are literally banging your head against the wall. You are wishing, hoping, and praying that some of the organizations that you're talking to will magically find the money or find the budget for you for next year. And the reality is some of those organizations just don't pay. So I want to reveal to you, what are the industries that pay? What are some of the organizations that, really believe in professional speakers and professional event MCs, and they can actually hire you and bring you in? And next, I'll be talking about just the beauty of the business model of emceeing. I'm not going so much so into the talent, like how do you introduce people, how do you have stage presence, because a lot of you already have that. So I do touch on that later. But for the most part, this challenge is opening up your mind to the business side. Like, you are not just an MC, you're an MC entrepreneur. And many of us are really, really focused on, just the talent part. And I have seen from the MCs that I've worked with is not the talent at all. It really is understanding the systems, the structure, the business, the pitching, the prospecting, the positioning, you know what I mean, of how to make yourself attractive to planners who are looking to invest in a professional MC, because you are an investment. You don't cost something, you're an investment. And when you're talking to planners and organizers, you got to make sure that if they say yes to your fee, that they can get a return on that investment. So knowing how to verbalize the value that you offer is crucial. And here's the beauty of it right now. 60% of professional speakers are men. 40% are women. Of those 40% that are women, I think it's less than 10% are women of color, Black women, Asian, Latina women, and less than probably 10% are actual MCs. So this is a niche within a niche. And what I love about the speaking industry, that there is so much room for perspectives and diversity and things like that. However, when it comes to emceeing, there are not a lot of people who have prioritized this. Number one. Number two, the majority of the people in the speaking industry, they are keynote speakers, which are amazing, but keynote speakers are coming a dime a dozen. And even if you are amazing at a stage on year number one, they're probably going to invite another person to speak at that event on year number two or year number three. Now, if you're an MC and you're positioning yourself properly, you can actually be an extension of the event planning team, meaning there are several organizations that I work with that have hired me multiple years. So I'll be talking a little bit about the MC business model. And I don't know about you, but if this touches your spirit a little bit, type repeat revenue in the comments. Again, repeat revenue. What I love about the MC business model is exactly that. You have the opportunity to earn repeat revenue. If organizations like or love you, they can invite you back year after year, month after month, because some organizations do events every year. And then you have some organizations who have multiple events during a year. They can hire you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And that's the beauty of this model. that I think that is very much overlooked and undervalued. So if you are looking to launch or expand your MC business and you've been following me, you've been connecting with me, maybe you liked a couple of my videos, I invite you to stop dating me. Let's really move this relationship forward, right? I want you to check out my upcoming paid MC challenge. Again, it's happening August 12th through the 14th. It's 3 days. It's from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sorry, it's from 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting on August the 12th. Visit quinconyers.com, and that is where you can register and enroll. And I'm really pulling back the curtain. I believe that there are so many events, and some of those events require Quinn's voice. Some of those events require Sherry's voice. Some of those events require Carmen's voice, right? And I want to properly position you so you're not frustrated in this journey. And I double check. Matter of fact, I triple check. There is not a lot of MC courses, coaches, and classes out there, or even conferences for that matter, yet, because I'm working on all of that, right? But I want to make sure that you get a piece of the MC pie, because at the end of the day, the same organizations that are hiring AV teams, DJs, photographers, and keynote speakers can be also hiring an event MC. And they are, right? That's what I want to tell you. I'm not talking about emceeing and hosting as something that I did yesterday or the day before. I'm doing it right now. That's how I make my money. My first income stream is emceeing, keynote speaking, and then I teach and train other MCs how to launch, break in, and really position themselves as a business. Because here's the thing, if you're winging it, it's probably not working. And if you want consistent income, if you really want people to take you seriously, if you want to attract the fee you deserve and desire, it's going to require structure. It's going to require systems. And a lot of times there is not a lot of teachers and facilitators in this area until I came along. It's interesting because I just was speaking in Arizona. It was hot, y'all. It was averaging 108 degrees. It was hot, hot. I was like, oh yeah, I can't go out here. I'm about to be a pile of chocolate, right? That's how hot it was, right? And I did a workshop called From Keynote to Crowd Connector, how speakers can increase their income as an MC. And I loved it because it was eye-opening to some of the people who were in the audience who've been speaking and facilitating for years, but not taking it seriously. I was like, you need to stop treating MC like a side chick, okay? We be treating, especially within the speaking industry, the keynote speaker as king and queen, right? And we don't put the respect on the MC title the way it deserves. And I know that by doing that workshop, there's so many people who are interested, but they really don't know the next steps. Now, I can't teach you everything in 3 days, but my goal and my challenge is to open up your eyes on what this could be. And also to learn from someone who has been there doing that, still doing it, and got the t-shirt and started a t-shirt company and the whole idea of MCing as a business, right? So if you are like, listen, I've been following you, Quinn, I've been connecting with you. Every now and then people ask me to MC. I do it, but I'm not super serious about it because I didn't even know it could be a business. This is your chance. This is your opportunity to at least expand your MC education, right? Because if you are interested in entering, expanding, or launching in this event industry, and you want to position yourself as an MC, as an event host, there's things that you need to know. If not, you can try going to Google University, but that journey is going to be longer. MCing and hosting is not something that I read about. It is not something that I watched a movie on. It is something that I live and I breathe every single day, y'all. Me hosting events, my mouth is my moneymaker. MCing and hosting is how I feed my family. It is how I pay all of my bills. So this is something that I do full time. And I believe it's important to share that because a lot of people are trying to nickel and dime this. They're trying to find information here. They're trying to find information here. And a lot of times that information is outdated, number one. Number two, or it's just taking too long, or you're learning from someone that you don't know, you don't like, you don't trust, and you don't connect with. So if you feel like we are vibing right now, you feel like you love my energy, if you feel feel like, oh my gosh, Quinn, yes, you're right. I have been kind of playing around with the idea of hosting and emceeing events, and I really haven't taken it seriously, this is your sign. So again, August 12th to the 14th, if you can make it, definitely show up. If not, there will be replays. So even if you can't make it, you want to sign up and get access to the replays, because at the end of the day, your voice is so needed and necessary. I, I'm just curious. How many of you have been to a boring event? Type me in the comments. I'm talking about it was boring. The MC was horrible. You didn't know if you should start texting somebody, fall asleep, or put up the church finger and just exit stage left. I mean, it was bad, y'all. You're like, what the heck is going on? Like, they didn't have anybody else to do this, or this is horrible. They can't see that everybody's falling asleep. They can't see that the energy is being sucked out of the room. Are you listening to somebody and you know for a fact they just butchered the sponsor's name? Now, here's the thing about that. Sponsors pay money to be at events, and you'd be surprised how many of these sponsors are paying these organizations, these conferences, 20, 30, $50,000, and you can't say the name of my business right. You can't say my name right. Like, and you're thinking to myself, they just lost a sponsor, because that's basic MC etiquette. But a lot of organizations and associations don't have MC etiquette. That's why they need us, Carmen. That's why they need us, Sherry, because at the end of the day, they don't have the MC etiquette that is required to host an event as a professional. You have people out there who are hosting, but they're not a professional. And we have seen it because we've been bored half to death. And we're like, oh my God, I cannot. And then once you find out that they did get paid, you're even more upset because you know you could have did better. Okay. So Donna Michelle, I'm excited that you were here. Carmen as well. I know a few of you will be, you like my words, MC etiquette. You like my words. Listen, words and language are my superpower. So I really just want to make sure that you understand that there is community. I work with a lot of different individuals. I'm a part of 2 masterminds of other MCs, and we're on a mission. We're on a movement, and I would love for you to come. But I also understand that if you don't, you're going to keep seeing me in these MC streets, right? In these speaker streets. And those who are serious are literally going to jump on this MC train. And I want that to be you. So, yes, it is luxury language. If I have said something that really resonated with you, or you feel like, yes, Quinn, I've been following, I've connected, I've been toying around with this whole MC, make this a priority. Stop playing. Because if you're here, you've probably been thinking about MCing, or you've been thinking about hosting, or you've done some events here and there, and you're ready to get paid the money that you desire and you deserve. Take this as your sign, because I'm ready. I'm ready to teach you, coach you, train you, pull back the curtain, allow you to shadow me. Like, I'm going in for the next generation of MCs and event hosts. So I promised that I wouldn't keep you long, and I am not. I'm going to love you and leave you. But if you are interested in joining the PAID MC challenge, go to quinnconyers.com. It's going to be August 12th through the 14th from 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am going to really pull back the curtain on what you need to do to launch or expand your current MC business. As always, I appreciate you for following me, connecting with me, and joining me on my live. I know that you have a lot of different options on how you can spend your time, so I do not take it for granted that you decide to spend it with me. So again, thank you so much, and head to quinnconyers.com and sign up for the 3-day PAID MC challenge that is starting on August the 12th. I hope to see you there.